Festive Road was quiet. There was nobody about at all. Number 52 is Mr. Benn's house, and even there was no sign of life. Inside number 52, Mr. Benn was sitting down, thinking. I like my little room, he thought, but it seems rather small today. I'll go for a walk. Perhaps I may even visit the costume shop and have another adventure. Parked near Mr. Benn's house was a small car with a large, sad-looking dog in it. In a window was a bird in a small cage. And nearby, two boys had a rabbit in a small hutch. Mr. Benn walked into the lane with the costume shop, glad that at least he could get out of his little room. He went into the shop. As if by magic, the shopkeeper appeared. "Good morning, sir," he said. "Which outfit would you like to try today?" "Could you suggest something?" asked Mr. Benn. The shopkeeper took a box. Inside was a blue uniform with a peaked cap. "Try this, sir," he said. "I feel this is the one for you today." Mr. Benn thanked the shopkeeper and looked to the door of the changing room. Once in the room, he changed into the uniform. What can it be, he thought, as he looked at himself in the mirror. Well, I expect I'll find out soon. And he walked through the other door. At first, he thought he was in a jungle. Then he noticed a lot of cages with animals in them. "A zoo," said Mr. Benn. "The trees are part of a zoo. Then I must be a zookeeper." The zoo was full of animals. Rather sad animals, especially the crocodile with hardly any water to play in. After passing several cages, Mr. Benn came to a door with a picture of a parrot on it. "The parrot house," Mr. Benn said, and went inside. "Hello," a voice said. "Are you the new keeper?" Mr. Benn looked around, but he couldn't see anybody. "Over here," said the voice. Mr. Benn looked again and found that the voice was coming from a large parrot. "How do you like it here?" asked the parrot. "I like it," said Mr. Benn, "but the animals, they don't seem to like it. Why's that?" "Let me out," said the parrot, "and I'll tell you." Mr. Benn did as he was asked. The parrot came out and flapped its wings. "Oh, that's better," he said. "Now let's go outside." Once outside, the parrot explained to Mr. Benn about the animals. "You know," said the parrot, "the animals like being here. They get good meals, and they enjoy people looking at them and saying how beautiful they are. But the cages are just too small." Mr. Benn sat and thought. Suddenly, he had an idea. He explained it carefully to the parrot, and the parrot thought it was a good plan and flew off at once to tell the other animals. Meanwhile, Mr. Benn was carrying out his part of the plan. One at a time, he let the animals out of their cages. Last of all was the lion. Mr. Benn had told the animals to go into the trees, and then, as planned, they all hid. Once the animals were hiding, Mr. Benn ran out of the zoo into the town. As he ran, he shouted, "Look out! All the animals have escaped from the zoo! Look out! All the animals have escaped from the zoo!" In the town, the people crowded into the square. "What shall we do? Where shall we hide?" they called. Mr. Benn spoke. "As the animals have escaped from the zoo, that must be the safest place to hide," he said. "The animals will never look for you there." Immediately the crowd shouted, "To the zoo! To the zoo!" And they rushed there as fast as they could. Inside the zoo, the people crowded around and waited in silence. The animals started to reappear. The lion, the tiger, the elephant, and all the animals. Mr. Benn said, "The animals are coming back. Quickly, get into the cages." The animals came back and walked around. It was just like a normal zoo, except the people were in the cages while the animals were outside. "Don't worry," said Mr. Benn to the people. "The animals don't mean you any harm. They only wanted to show you that the cages are too small." "We can see that now," said the crowd. "Let us out and we'll make larger ones." The plan had worked. The animals went back to the trees and hid, so that the people were not afraid to leave the cages. They thanked Mr. Benn and agreed to start on the new cages at once. The animals were quite happy to go back to their old cages while the new ones were being built. Once the last of them was in, Mr. Benn watched the men start to build the new cages. Soon it would be a zoo full of happy animals. Mr. Benn looked for the parrot. Suddenly, a man appeared. "Try the parrot house, sir," he suggested. And Mr. Benn went inside. There he was, back in the changing room of the shop. Mr. Benn gave the blue uniform back to the shopkeeper. "I didn't find the parrot," he smiled. "But he left this for you, sir," said the shopkeeper, and he gave Mr. Benn a brightly coloured feather. Mr. Benn was delighted and said goodbye. In Festive Road, everything seemed to be the same, except that the boys had made a larger hutch for their rabbit. The bird cage was larger as well. And the dog had been let out of the car. Mr. Benn stopped at his gate and looked at the parrot's feather. "I'll never forget that zoo," he said, "especially while I have this to remind me."